I'm AI Avtaro CA Ratan Mundra. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs has introduced a major reform in director KYC compliance that will directly impact every director, company secretary, and compliance professional in India. From 31st March 2026, the long standing requirement of annual DIR-3 KYC filing has been officially replaced. This marks a significant shift in how compliance will be managed going forward. But while the process has been simplified, it has also become more dynamic and event driven. So, understanding these changes correctly is extremely important to avoid compliance risks. Let's break down everything you need to know. Earlier, every director holding a DIN was required to complete DIR-3 KYC every year, regardless of whether any details had changed. Now, under the amended Rule 12, this requirement has been reduced significantly. Directors are now required to file KYC only once every 3 consecutive financial years, provided there are no changes in their personal details. This change drastically reduces repetitive compliance work and is seen as a major step toward ease of doing business. Along with the change in frequency, the due date has also been revised. Earlier, directors were accustomed to filing DIR-3 KYC by 30th September each year. Now, the due date has been shifted to 30th June of the applicable third financial year. This means compliance teams must update their calendars immediately, because relying on the old September timeline can lead to missed deadlines. Another important reform is the simplification of the filing system. Previously, there were 2 different formats: DIR-3 KYC e-form, DIR-3 KYC web. This created confusion about which form to use in which situation. Now, MCA has replaced both with a single unified form, DIR-3 KYC web. This makes the process more streamlined, easier to understand, and reduces errors in filing. Here's where the biggest shift happens. Even though routine filing is reduced, compliance has become more event-based. If there is any change in mobile number, email address, residential address, the director must update the details within 30 days using DIR-3 KYC web. This is mandatory and comes with applicable fees. So, while filing is less frequent, monitoring becomes more critical. For directors, this change is both beneficial and demanding. On one hand, there is relief from annual repetitive filing. But on the other hand, there is a stronger responsibility to ensure that personal details are always up to date. The compliance model has shifted from file every year to report whenever something changes. This means directors must stay alert and proactive. Good news for existing directors. If you have already completed your DIR-3 KYC recently under the old system, you are automatically covered under the new rules. According to official clarification, your next KYC filing may be required only by 30th June 2028, assuming no changes in your details. This provides a significant compliance relief window. Let's understand with simple examples. If a DIN is allotted in FY 2025-26, the first KYC filing under the new system will arise in 2029. If an existing director has already filed KYC, they may not need to file again for the next 2 years. However, if there's a change in email, mobile, or address during this period, an update must be filed within 30 days. And importantly, such updates do not reset the 3-year cycle. This change affects multiple stakeholders. Directors must ensure their personal information is always accurate. Company secretaries need to update compliance calendars and remove unnecessary annual reminders. Compliance teams must build systems to track real-time changes instead of relying only on yearly checklists. Professional firms should also update client advisories and SOP accordingly. To summarize, MCA has reduced compliance burden by replacing annual DIR-3 KYC with a once-in-3-year system. However, this does not mean compliance has reduced entirely. The real risk now lies in missing updates when changes occur. If a director fails to update details within 30 days, it can still lead to penalties and compliance issues. So the focus must shift from routine filing to continuous monitoring. Moonses and Management Consultants LLP, a trusted partner for CES and IFSC excellence. A pioneer in establishing CES and IFSC units within GIFT City and India, delivering end-to-end IFSC setup. Operational support and handling complaints, risk management renowned for deep expertise in regulatory approvals, capital markets, fund management, insurance, finance company, foreign university BATF, and ancillary regulations, and fintech, expertise in customs clearance for aircraft and ship procurement, leasing, GST, DSPF, IFSCA comprehensive support covering registration, reporting, and regulatory transitions, ensuring ring fencing, transparency, and global compliance standards. Join our network, scan the QR codes below to stay connected with us.